Hey guys, welcome to another day with Renegade. So we got a weird one right here, but we're going to show you exactly how to fix it. And I haven't quite diagnosed it yet, so you're going to get to see what's going on. But I have an idea of what's going on with it. I just got to find it. All right. So this unit won't shut off. As you see, the key switch is off. We can flip it on. We can flip it off. It does not matter. It will not shut off. All right. So everything's staying active. As you can see, we can reach up behind it. We can unplug the screen, but our signal light is still staying on. You plug the screen back in, and it's gonna come right back on, even though the key switch is off. All right. Someone already came out here and they put a key switch in it, you know, thinking that maybe the switch was wrong, but obviously that's not correct. So the first thing that I looked at was the active alarm that it had going on. So it's got a data logger alarm. It just needs an update. We're going to take care of that. But once it goes through its little spiel, all right, of switch hours, all that stuff, the first thing that comes up is unit restart will occur HP1. All right, so the key switch to this thing, power jumps through it to the high pressure circuit. All right, I'm going to go up here while my protege stands right here and records. I'm going to unplug the high pressure switch. All right, immediately as I unplugged the high pressure switch, the first thing that happened was our signal light went off. But our panel's still staying on and it's still saying it's got a high pressure problem. So that right there tells me that this circuit is bad. There's a short somewhere on the circuit. We're gonna go ahead and plug that switch back up. And as you see, our signal light came right back on. All right, so that circuit runs pin 35 on HS1, which this was HMSM1, because this is the dual micro stepper module. So if it was just a micro, it would just be HMM1. All right, number 3. All right, so it's on number 3, so I got that wrong, excuse me. So HMM3 circuit. So that would be on the micro, and if it's a micro stepper, it would be HMSM3, number 3. So pin 35 is what sends signal power. All right, your switch sends signal power to pin 35 to tell the unit to come on. So I unplugged that from the micro stepper and I checked power on it, and it is staying on even with the key switch off. I'm going to show you that real quick. All right, guys, so I've got 3MSM unplugged right now, as you can see from my stepper. Now, if you look at the sides of this, on the back side of it, it's saying pin 24 starts right here, pin 35 on the other side, pin 12. So it tells you the numbering of the pins. Pin 35 is that last one all the way at the top, and we're going to check power to it. Now, with the key switch off, it shouldn't have any power. And as you see, my handy dandy test light lights right up. So it's powering that circuit even though the key switch is off. So we got to find where the spliced power is. And what I'm going to show you is what I do to find where a short is. It's actually pretty simple. Watch it, guys. So if you follow that harness, it goes right here into this loom and it starts coming down underneath the engine. All right, one of the things that I found is a lot of times from the factory, they'll put zip ties on this thing a little bit too tight. So we're gonna come down here at the bottom. Now, as you see, we still have all our same problems once I plug that back up. HP1 will occur once restart, our green signal light's still on. So I just start chasing this harness, and I'm going to start from the back side of the actual screen itself, and I'm just gonna move the harness around. What we're gonna look for, being that we got key switch off, we're gonna look for HP1 high pressure restart to go off and or our green signal light to go off. If those happen, we know we found it. Bam, look at that. Our signal light just went off and it says SMV closing. Now the unit's gonna shut off and activate properly. So right here in this harness, somewhere is a short, a dead short. So, and it's sending signal power constant to this module, all right? And it's leaving the unit on where it won't cut off. So right now we're gonna cut away all these zip ties and we're gonna see where the short is. We're gonna repair it and this unit's fixed. We'll go ahead and update it so it has the latest software. It won't throw the data logger code no more. And then should be ready to rock. Stay tuned. All right guys, so we went through our harness. We started right here where we started messing with it at, and we couldn't really find anything. So I kept working my way down the harness all the way till right here. All right, and I found 3 wires that had got caught in a zip tie and they were bare and they were touching each other. So I cut all 3 of them wires and I put some butt connectors in there to separate them things and all that good nature. Now we should be good to go. So it took us quite a while to find that, but here we go. Let's see if she comes on. Let's see if she works. Whoa. Bobby, gosh dang. All right, here goes our green light. So we got switch power now. Let's see if this thing will fire up, because remember we were throwing that HP1 code, which is a high pressure code. So that circuit is involved with the key switch. So if it's got constant power to it, it's going to throw high pressure because it thinks it really does have high pressure because it's got 12 volts on it. So now that we've eliminated that 12 volt signal, we should be able to start this thing and it run. It will not run when you have an HP1 code on it. It will shut itself down until that goes away. However, it was also keeping the unit on and from cutting it off. So we're gonna make sure this thing starts up. Everything else is good on it. Right now it's saying the SMV valve's closing on it. So all that's correct. Everything's operating as normal. We got the check at next service interval, and that's for our data logger time wrong. But we're gonna fix that here in a second and update the unit. But let's make sure she starts up and runs. And then we're gonna also go ahead and secure our wiring, tape everything back up, throw some zip ties on it, all that good nature. We are firing up. How about that? So it took us a little while to get this thing fixed, but it's up and running. And we can shut this thing off now and let it go to sleep. Green light's off, SMV valve's closing. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'm gonna update this unit, secure everything, we're gonna get out of here. Guys, so we went ahead and updated the unit. As you can look under here, we've secured all our wiring, proper zip tie brackets. We'll put our posts back in there to keep everything straight, tape everything back up. Everything's good and secure. As you can see, we're coming back live right now. And we're gonna make sure everything is off. Codes are off, HP1 is off. Our data logger code should be off now. We should be able to start up and run. Now I'm gonna send this thing through a pre-trip, just make sure everything else is good on it while we're here. Go ahead and start that. And she should be ready to rock, brother. So thank you for hanging out with Renegade.